Saturday?
Pretty much the same, really. Having watched it back, I thought we scored good goals at good times. There's a lot of improvement still to come from us, which is a real positive. Delighted with another clean sheet. 2 already is great for Richard and the back 4. And like I say, lots to build on and lots to keep looking forward to. So, overall pleased to get the first win, and especially at home. Settles everybody down, and looking forward to Tuesday now.
And for you personally, your first home win since your first game in charge here?
Yeah, good. That was last season, so we just focused on this season. But I felt we'd done enough, possibly against Cambridge, to have nicked it. But like I say, it settles everybody down now, and we concentrate on trying to get the first one away from home now.
And you say there's more to come. How pleasing is that as well?
Yeah, it's like all the managers up and down the country. I feel that we've all done the same thing. We've all brought new players in, and you need time to settle down, and to get that time you have to play football matches. So the more that we play, the better we'll become, and that's the exciting thing, because at the moment I've seen us in spells being very good, and what we've got to do now is put that together for a longer period of the game.
And how significant that your front 2 are firing as well?
Massively important for us, we were delighted last week when obviously Vaughan got his first one at Grimsby, but then to back that up again, and not only just the goals, the manner of the goals, in the sense of what we'd worked on, what we spoke about, was really important Saturday. And also for Sean Scannell, because we were challenging him more this season than ever to break his record in terms of goals scored in a season and assists in the season. So from that point of view, delighted with him as well. And obviously, we've let Doyle go out on loan. It was important that they all stepped up, and they did. And we've got to build on that, like I say.
And James and Clayton's relationship, obviously, it's competitive between the two. But personally, I think you can tell when Clayton got his goal, the way that James was celebrating with him, they seem to get along really well as well.
Yeah, I don't think it's competitive against each other. I think you pull the both of them in here, and you ask them what's the most important thing, and it's obviously the team, and they've displayed that in training and off the pitch with the lads. They're important, that it's a team, and they recognise that, but the relationship both on and off the pitch is very good, and again it's only going to get better with playing more games, and they were a handful on Saturday, and they're going to be throughout the course of this season.
And being fruitful in front of goal, how much confidence does that give you ahead of going to a side who haven't scored yet?
Well, I think it's important that like I say, we concentrate on ourselves. It was a wonderful cross from Connor Wood. We spoke about getting early deliveries in for him, and it's important that the rest of the team provide the service for them, because they showed on Saturday what they're capable of in front of goal. But it's not just that, it's their work rate off the ball as well, and what they do for the team. The younger ones can have no complaints about a work ethic from those two, because they set the example straight from the front.
Short turnarounds. How much work can you do between Saturday and tomorrow?
The staff can do a lot. We've watched the games obviously throughout the week, and yesterday we watched the Leyton Orient game that they had on Saturday, and then obviously the work will go in today to the players, and then obviously we've got to get down there and back on Tuesday.
Would you have done anything on the pitch last week ahead of tomorrow?
No, one game at a time. You can't get carried away, and you can't be looking at that. You've got to treat it, like I say, we had to deal with the Oldham game, that's out of the way now, and then we were straight after the game, talking about recoveries and looking at Stevenage.
And I think on Saturday as well, we saw the depth in your squad coming through as well. Shea getting game time, Amari, Pope as well.
I wouldn't say depth, because we only had, with the injuries that we had, we only had 2 out, so I wouldn't say depth in that. But what I agree with you in the sense of the options that are available, and I was delighted that, like I say, Shea came out on the pitch. They're his first minute, so we're not going to get carried away. We've got to make sure that we look after him, because Saturday, when that's your first minutes, we've got to be sensible with Shea. But Amari, again, we brought him on Tuesday. We played him on his stronger side, which he tells me he's not played very often because he likes to play on the left. Well, he's right-footed, so he's playing on the right from now. And the work that we did with him on Thursday and Friday, and fair play to him, he put a shift in. And when he came on Tuesday and caught the eye, and so he did the same again. And he's got this pace that frightens people. And he's going to be, hopefully he can build on that now and show that consistency that we're looking for from him.
And on Shay, I know when we've spoken to you in previous weeks, you've been really pleased about how well he showed up in training. How much do you have to be patient with him, and how big a part do you want him to play this season?
I want him to play a massive part. He's a wonderful footballer with an amazing talent. I tried to sign him when I was at Blackpool and he came to Bradford, but obviously we weren't in a position to compete with the transfer fee. But he knows this league. He's been successful in this league several times. I just think he's a great technician. He's a wonderful lad to have around the place. I've just seen him there. He's a funny lad as well, and that helps in the environment. But when it comes to football, on the pitch, on the training pitch, he's serious. And I have to give the fans a massive thank you, because the reception that they gave him on Saturday is what we're talking about in terms of relationship. The supporters up and down the country, they have a massive role to play. If they're quick to get on a player's back, it's very damaging for it. But the flip of that is you see the effect that they can have. And he ran on the pitch, and with the reception that he got, I'm sure he was nearly 6 foot tall, which he's nowhere near.
And they will be just as important tomorrow night as well, those fans.
Oh yeah, I have no doubt that they'll travel in the numbers, and it's a Tuesday night away at Stevenage. It's going to be a journey for them, but we've seen the backing that they provide for us already.
And what will Stevenage offer? I mentioned in front of goal, no goals in the league yet.
No, they're a tough team. I've watched all their games. They're a fit, organised team. You only had to see them on Saturday. They lost 2 centre halves in the first half and still kept a clean sheet. So, we were aware of the chance that lies ahead, but we've got to look to, keep imposing our game and keep getting better and keep providing the front two with the service that we did on Saturday.
I've got the word plates written down. Spinning plates, how's that going on?
Yeah. It was a tough day yesterday on the phone, but we're getting close. We're getting close with 1 or 2, so I think nothing will happen before Tuesday. But we're clock ticking. We've got to get them registered by 12 o'clock today if we can. If not, then certainly we'd like to think that we'd have somebody in place by Saturday.
And just finally, injury-wise, how are you thinking?
We're the same as Saturday. I don't think there's any fresh injuries from Saturday. So we just have to see how they are when they come in this morning. Thank you.
You mentioned looking after Shay and Sean Scannell. How did they come through the first one? Sean's played before.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously with Sean, there was the big injury that he had last season, but he's worked hard for a pre-season. He's getting stronger every time. We keep demanding more from him. But you saw, the goal we're doing in the world, of course, the goal gave him a massive boost of confidence as well. And we're looking him to just produce that on a more consistent basis now. We've challenged him with assists and goals, and that's a good start for him on it. With Shay, like I say, it's quite funny, the situation, in the sense of where you look at it, and because we're in season now and he's played his first couple of minutes, you go, all right, well then that's him back. Whereas if it was pre-season, we wouldn't be doing that. We'd be going, right, well, this next bit of minutes. So we got to be mindful of that, because we want him available for the remaining games. So we're going to be sensible with him for sure.
You mentioned after the game on Saturday that James Morgan had a bit of a chest infection. How's that?
A cough. Yeah. So no, he's fine. He's fine. I spoke with him yesterday. He was just sensible in the sense of, he was. There's a cough from Ryan there. You hear that one? He felt left out there. So he doesn't like Vaughan getting all the attention. So he has to put his cough in every now and again. But no, he's sensible. It was 3-0. He knew that the game was more or less over, so he came off on that. But you try stopping him playing tomorrow. I'll let you do that. I'm not doing that. No, 5 foot so.
No, Jordan Gibson the weekend.
Hamstring. Yeah, he just had a bit of a tight hamstring, which he picked up after the game against Guernsey. He was unaware of it, and then came in on Monday. And it was just a bit tight, and so he was out on the grass on Friday. Yeah, he was out on the grass on Friday, but we'll see how he is this morning before making a call on tomorrow.
And obviously he was there last season. I mean, is that,
Yeah.
does that, do you sort of tap into players? Or
Oh yeah, without a doubt. I think, you know, in the meetings that we have, you always tap into the players' knowledge in terms of if they've played with any of them, or if they've been on loan with them, or if they've played for a certain manager. We've you know, Jordan's made a contribution to that with Robbie, the analyst, already.
I was going to say, any inside track must help, isn't it? Because obviously you can watch the video.
Well, yeah,
bits and bobs, you know?
yeah. It's an interesting one, isn't it? Because you say that, and then you look at the rugby union, and they name their teams 3 days, 4 days beforehand, and you know, everything's near enough out on the table. So, you know, we could name our team today, and they've still got to deal with, you know, James Vaughan and Clayton Donaldson. Even when they know it, they've still got to deal with it. So it depends on which way you look at it.
And in terms of, obviously, you're playing an opponent, as you say, people saying they haven't scored yet, but they got that first point. So
Yeah.
in terms of morale, they must be.
Yeah,
They're probably as happy as you were winning the weekend. They're probably happy just getting off that mark.
No, 100%. And like I say, with the injuries that they had on Saturday to come through that, you know, they'll obviously build on the positives of that, just like we will build on the positives of the win. But it's about us going there and, like I say, building on Saturday's performance and the other two performances. You know, we've got to go and show the battling qualities that we showed away at Grimsby, because, you know, every time you go away, you know, it's a real battle.
And quite a big pitch down there as well, isn't it?
I'm just thinking back to the time where we played down there with Blackpool, and it didn't seem any bigger to me than any other.
As you say, it's one of those grounds though where they'll just throw stuff at, you know, the team will just throw itself at you, and
It'd be a normal game, you know. It'd be a typical game where, you know, you're going to have both teams going at it for the win, and you know, one thing that the League Two guarantees you is that there's no easy game, and you have to be right at it. And that's the message that obviously we'll be telling the players this morning when they come in, that well done for Saturday, great first win, clean sheet, now let's go again, and that's gone, and we've got to take the positives from it and build on it.
As you said earlier about the defence, you know, very strong start.
Yeah, definitely. But like you say, I want better. I want more from them, and I told them that after the game. You know, and I'm going to keep demanding more from them. They're not going to rest on the laurels with me. I'm not going to be sat there telling them, you know, that's it. You know, you've got 2 out of 3 clean sheets. That's it. You've cracked it. Not at all. I think, you know, there's certain areas still that we can improve on. But I thought we defended our set play as well, and like you say, we limited the shots. I think they had the shot that hit the post. The rest of it was distance from us, so that's good. But like I said, there's still other areas with the ball that I feel we can improve as well.